Welcome to Rack of the Week 170. No patrons or YouTube members shown on the screen at this time. For those of you who didn't notice, last Monday I did a little announcement. I'm taking a couple of months off from YouTube, and I'm still doing the Rack of the Week videos and instructional videos. But I'm not doing live streams and some other things, and I'm not going to be posting tips to my patrons and YouTube members. So I needed to just pause that temporarily. I will start it back up at the very beginning of August. But you're going to see Rack of the Week videos just like before. You won't notice a difference. And one of the things I did already is I took a lesson from Jerry Brysath. And for those of you who don't know, he's considered to be one of the best, if not the best, pool instructor in the United States. This is trying to do something a little bit different every week. Of course, I can talk about straight pool patterns, but I want to talk about position, how I'm playing position in this rack. So let's take a look at it. This is opening break shot. I'm just a hair inside of the break ball, and looks like I'm cueing low on the ball, probably expecting it to. Oh no, just a little bit above center. Yeah, I was hitting hitting the top side of a ball, so you saw the cue ball back up and go back. So I'll pause this just for a sec. I'm not going to do a whole ton of rack analysis. How can you tell? There's one way to tell different types of racks, and that's by looking at the rack area balls that are remaining. Most of your racks, you're going to have 5 or 6, maybe more rack balls still in the triangular rack area. As you notice in this one, I have none. I have two balls. So these balls separated really well, and that's because I hit the second ball from the top and hit it full. Generally, you're going to get more separation in those break shots. And so I've got perimeter balls on all sides. I've got shots everywhere. No two balls are touching. So there isn't really very much in the way of trouble here. I have 2 break balls and a key ball above them. So this rack is just ideal. The only issues here are got to remove the 2 before the 12 goes, got to remove the 11 before I can shoot the 13, maybe. And then there's just a little bit of cluster over here, but geez, this is just ideal. And so first thing, I mean, the only shot I really have right now, reasonable shot, is the 1 in the side, and it's just a tap in. And so because of that, I'm going to deal with these 4 balls. I believe I've looked, or I'm about to go look. Yeah, I'm going to go check and make sure that the 9 goes by. So if the 9 goes by, this is simple. Just roll forward, shoot the 9, then I can shoot the 15 or something else. And as it turns out, I get a window between the 9 and the 15. Oh, I've got to go to the headrail and back. Okay, that's great. So yeah, I could shoot the 9 here just as easily and then shoot the 15, but it's a stop shot to shoot the 15. And then the reason is, if I shoot the 9 first, the cue ball is going to be moving this direction after I shoot the 15. That's okay, because then I'll have a shot on one of these balls in the side pocket. But I play it this way because I'm drawing back right now. And this is what I want to talk about. Positional routes. If I had shot the 15, my cue ball is probably going to go this way. And then I'll have a shot on the 8 or the 6 or the 4 ball in the side pocket. So you're thinking about your positional routes. Where's your cue ball going naturally? I shot the 15 first because then it's a straight in stop shot on the 9, and then I can just draw back. I'm playing position for the 6 in this side pocket, knowing that if I don't get it, I'll have a shot on the 8, and if I really draw back too far, then I'll have a shot on the 11. So both ways are reasonable. Both ways are, high percentage. We want to move the cue ball as minimal as possible, but what we're really looking for is positional routes that you feel confident about. And that's going to be different for different players. That's why if you look at this layout and you get 10 straight pool players in the room, you're going to get 10 different answers about the best way to run this rack. It's all about the positional routes that you choose. So because I got straight in on this 6 ball, I'm going to shoot the 6. And after doing so, I'm going to want to deal with the 2 and the 9. Those are the 2 balls I need to go for. I've talked about this before. We've identified break balls and a key ball. I want to leave one of these balls as the K2. You look diagonal from your key ball to get your K2 ball. So there's 4 balls on the table that I'm not shooting. And there's 2 balls on the table that I need to gain position on as soon as possible. And that's how you make your decisions running your racks. So position from this 6 ball is really easy. Where am I? There I am. Probably going to stop shot or draw back. Yeah, okay, just this little stun. And now I have a decision point because I'm dealing with the 9 or the 2. So I can play a stop shot and shoot the 9 ball now. Well, where does the cue ball go naturally? It's going to be kind of hard to hold the cue ball right here for a shot on the 11 because from here I'm pretty thin. So the cue ball is going to go this way. Well, that's okay. I can spin out of the corner and come over here, shoot one of these balls, and get on the 2 ball. Conversely, I could roll forward and shoot the 2. What I think I wanted to do here is come a little bit farther than I end up, because if I can cut the 2 with a little spin and spin the cue ball down to the bottom rail, then I have a stop shot on this 13, and then I have an angle on the 11 to move the cue ball this way. See what I'm saying? It's all about your positional routes. You want to think ahead. Where do I need to get my cue ball, and what balls make it possible to get there? That's kind of what you're looking at when you're playing an open rack like this. And I mean, like I said, there's no wrong way. You just want to make sure you get there. Now, I shot that in a pretty hasty fashion. I had intended for my cue ball to float forward to like here. Then I could just spin the cue ball down, and I didn't get that. So I make a pretty quick decision here to go across table for the I think it's a 15. What is that ball against the rail? This ball right here. Because from this ball, I can also float down and get on the rail here. So I'm kind of not doing a great job of addressing this 13 ball, because that's the priority. And now that I got too much angle on the 15 to float down here nicely, I'm looking at other options. And of course, notice the balls that I'm not shooting. Okay, so I decide to go for this. I think I can get under that 11 ball. I believe that's what I tried to do. So I think I got a little bit lucky, because what I was trying to do is come under the 11 and touch it. Then I'll have a shot on the 13. Now I have a shallow enough angle that there's no issue there. There's nothing to think about. All you need to do is pocket that ball. Here's the shot line to the 11. All you need to do is pocket the 13 and come above the shot line, because from there, you're going to be able to move the cue ball wherever you want. So now, I mean, this is definitely, you'd have to think that this would be the end pattern. And this rack of the week is about playing position. Where do I want to play position to, and how? From this angle, I can draw 2 rails out, probably to center table or maybe short of there, because the balls I want to shoot is the 7 and one of these balls. And frankly, when you look at the end pattern, if I can get a stop shot on this 7 ball in some pocket, then it's 7, 8, 3, and I'm on the break shot. So I love that pattern. And I don't know why. I actually end up preserving the 14 as a break shot, and I think the 5 is a better break ball. But regardless, I can go 2 rails like this, center, somewhere over here is where I want to get. I can go 1 rail to the same place. I can try to spin between these balls, and then I'll have the 7 ball back this way. Probably not good, because I want to save that as the K3. And I can also spin farther and go this way. So positional routes, you want to think about what's the highest percentage route for you. What are you most confident in doing in getting the cue ball to go where you want to go? And so I probably would choose differently today. Oh, no, I think that's the most controllable route. I would choose the same, because if you go 2 rails, you can end up behind this ball. You can end up going too far. It's a lot of different things can happen. But when you play that 1 rail route, I think that's the simplest. Now, from here, I don't know why I shoot what I shoot, because looking at it today, it seems so obvious. You shoot the 14, you bounce off the rail and just get here. Try and get as straight as you can on the 7. And like I said, it's almost 3 stop shots, and then you're in a break ball. I'm not sure why I don't shoot that. I'm walking over to look at it. It's possible that my plan was to get a shot on the 7, and I didn't get that, and so now I got a little bit confused. So this isn't great, but I do want to make a point about that shot. I played position for straight in on the 7, which is what you want, but I'm going to have to roll forward on the 3 to get my cue ball here for the 14 break ball. That's fine. Maybe I thought that the 5 ball was too low. Maybe there was some reason that I can't remember why I chose the 14. But when I shot the 5, here's the thing. In this case, what you don't want to do is go one rail to try and come up here, because now you're playing speed control, and you've got to really make sure you get that angle right. I'm no longer, like with the ball down here, I'm close to the rail, so I know where the cue ball is going to go off that rail. Here, my the ball that I'm shooting is far from the rail. So it's really susceptible to Q-tip position. I might get a little bit of curve forward and then run into my break ball, and then I'd be lost. I might go this way and run into the 7. It's more delicate to come straight off that rail when the ball's so far away. The way I chose to spin the ball forward, there's a lot of ways that you can do that. And it's still going to come out good, and you're going to hit this huge gap between the 3 and 14 and have a shot on that 7. Even if you don't land straight on the 7, you can go to the rail and up to get on this 4. You can go to this rail and over to get on this 4. We want to be as straight in as we can, but that's the point I wanted to make is choose your positional routes wisely. There's more than one way to shoot this 5 and get on the 7, but I chose the way that I think was the highest percentage, and now it's a simple matter. And seeing this opportunity of 3 stop shots to get on your break shot is what made the rest of the rack playable and what informed the decisions about where to go. Like I said, 10 straight pool players in the room, they'll have 10 different patterns, and I'm interested in what you saw. Was there an easier way from the beginning of this rack to clear that 13 in the 2 without the longer positional routes that I ended up playing? Let me know in the comment section if you saw something. Let's skip ahead to the break shot, because I do like to show the break shot. And now I'm farther inside than the one that opened this rack, and the break ball's farther from the rack. So I think we're going to see a straight high ball to the rail and then side rail, hopefully. It looks like a tiny bit of, yes, tiny bit of right English on that. And that's just an ideal break shot. Notice I was able to hit it with a good deal of force, but I was hitting that break ball full, and the cue ball didn't go straight to the rail. It curved off from it, tiny bit of right English to bring it out this way. That's much better than when it goes straight to the rail and then comes straight up here, and your first shot, your cue ball's against the rail. So get that ball to turn so it comes here or even out to center table. Because I was able to hit that the rack ball full, I only have 3 balls in the rack area. So that created open balls on this side of the rack and this side of the rack. So ideal break shot, and that's what you want to be able to do. You have choices. I can shoot the 1, I can shoot the 8, I can shoot the 10-9 combination, maybe. Lots of opportunities, and that's because I was able to hit the rack ball full and get more balls separated from the rack. Okay, I'm heading back to my next week off. I hope you enjoyed that. Remember, if you're going to play straight pool, play it straight. See you next week on Rack of the Week. Thanks for watching. Bye.